Okay, let me be 100% honest here. I do not like talking about the hijab as a topic publicly, but because it ended up kind of spilling into my comments and in my content, I ended up addressing it. And because I was asked about it and I offered to talk about it, I will address this. The question is, but please explain more on the wisdom behind hijab. Now, first of all, I want to say and be 100% clear that when it comes to something that Allah has instructed us to do, no human wisdom will totally grasp what this is all about. So that's why I'm only going to talk about two wisdoms that I see in the hijab and there are so many more, and everyone has their own experience. So keep in mind, as I'm talking about this, when I'm not talking about the wisdom behind hijab, it's just the wisdom that I have experienced. Number one, the path to wealth mindset and abundance mindset. Now, this may sound a bit strange, but in the beginning of the Quran, Allah talks about the people of taqwa who are going to get the guidance from the Quran, right? And he in the first description that he gives of the people of taqwa, who are people who protect their souls from harm, who obey him, and so on and so forth, which includes so many different things, and obviously includes the hijab amongst many other things. He says, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. These are people who believe in the unseen. And a lot of times when the unseen is translated, people focus mostly on, we don't see Allah, we believe in him. We don't see paradise and hellfire, but we believe in them. We don't see the angels, but we believe in them. But the ghaib also includes unseen realities, possibilities, and blessings and pathways that you have never experienced, comprehended, perceived, are even known to be possible, and they are opened up for you through this. And this is actually something that even outside of religion, neurobiology teaches when you are in a space of surrender. Now, in Arabic, a lot of times surrender is talked about as istislam. When I, for myself, cover in the hijab and I submit to Allah, even though it's not always easy, I put my nervous system in a space of surrender that is necessary for a wealth mindset and an abundance mindset, meaning opening up possibilities that I never knew possible, even if I don't always understand every brick on the path. There's so much more I can say about this, but this is a space of surrender. Okay. It also helps me with nervous system regulation because I don't have to stress about my clothes so much, because I'm very clear on what I should be wearing in terms of what is pleasing to Allah. Now, I have my own personal style and I do honor that. Okay. If that's not 100% clear, you can let me know, because I'm trying to summarize it very briefly. So for me, the surrender without understanding, and I want to emphasize this, the surrender without understanding creates wealth mindset. It creates abundance mindset and opens up my nervous system, even on a neurobiology level, to great things happening, even that I can't perceive. This is the essence of obedience. And a lot of people don't realize that when they're hyper focusing on logic with things, they are blocking in their nervous system opportunities for wealth and abundance and joy in this world. And this isn't my opinion, and this isn't even religious. This is actually neurobiology. When you need to understand why, you are literally blocking in your body the pathways to goodness in your life. This is one of the reasons why they say when you're healing from trauma, do not judge your experience, just allow yourself to witness it and be compassionate with yourself, even if you don't understand the parts of the journey. So you need to relax in your nervous system, and this allows me to surrender. Okay, I don't need to get into philosophical discussions about what is modest, what is oppression, how women should be dressing, how women should not be dressing. My Creator told me what to do. I surrender, and that puts my nervous system in a space of safety and what is called in Arabic anah, which would translate as nervous system regulation, but calm and clarity. Okay, so number one, it opens up through surrender, calm surrender. It opens up my nervous system to abundance mindset and wealth mindset. Number two, and this is the last one I will discuss in this video, because all of this is very complex. I could write a book on it. I don't like talking about it publicly because this is my private journey, but because I brought it up and as you responded, I offered to talk about it, so I will. For me, hijab allows me to focus on me. Okay, and this is my journey, and I want to emphasize this isn't every other woman's journey. What do I mean by that? The best way I can explain it is simply this. Allah has blessed me and tested me that I am in a category of women that if I were to dress a certain way, people would look and say, ooh, she looks good. That's a test in and of itself. Now, I'm not saying, oh, poor me, I have these blessings. No, what I'm trying to tell you about is a mindset. So when I was going through a hard time and I was tempted to kind of leave off my dress in the way that I'm supposed to, I wanted to be noticed, okay? And this is not the truth for all women, okay? This is not the truth for all women. But I wanted to dress in a certain way and have people, and it didn't need to be men, by the way. It could have been women I see going when I'm out publicly, right? Because the challenge with looking really, really good when you go out is that you don't want all these men staring at you. Your person might be out there, you might not mind them, but you can't filter all that. So for me, it helps me focus. And one of the examples I gave one time in a blog that I wrote, and I might actually write about it in more detail in a book, is when I was speaking at a university one time and I was explaining to them the benefits that I get from hijab. I said, like, let's say, for example, I'm going to go to the grocery store and I take the time and I do my little 2-hour prep and I put on the sexiest clothes possible, the sexiest high heels, and I go to that store and I might linger a little bit because I want to be noticed. And then if I were to rush to the store, throw on some sweatpants or whatever, I'm just in and out doing what I'm supposed to do. And this is a symbolic example. It is not meant to explain everyone's, but I'm able to focus, okay, on why I'm out there and why I'm outside the house without being distracted by wanting other people to notice me. Now, this is also true when I'm not in that space, okay? And I want to be, I want to go in and out of a situation and I don't even care if people notice me or not. Well, how does the hijab help me in this? So this is two-pronged thing, is that it lessens, it does not remove, but it lessens the attention toward me in terms of how I look. Now, when a man sees a woman who he perceives to be attractive, even if she's not attractive to other people, it does kind of draw his attention towards you. In my experience, that when I wore the hijab differently, to the extent you couldn't really tell I was really wearing it, and then when I wore it like this, the attention and the from men did shift. Now, criminal men, they're going to bother you anyway, right? But there are decent average men in the society that when they see a woman wearing a hijab, they know they can't just walk up to her and ask her out on a date and say, hey, baby, can I get your number, right? A lot of that lessened for me when I upgraded the way that I wore my hijab. And I looked less like, someone on the cover of Vogue, right? Now, this is me talking about my own personal wisdoms that I had from the hijab. But all of it boils down to one thing that I emphasize in my classes and courses, and it doesn't have to happen with hijab, but for me, it did. Hijab helps, and that is self-love. And this is something that we all need no matter how we dress, and that's why I have a course called Self-Love is a Spiritual Obligation, and I encourage all women to go watch it. It's at sqsoul.com.